Hi guys, this is Bob from ActionSportGames. We're at SHOT Show 2023 at the ActionSportGames booth, and you are watching Airsoft.nu's coverage of SHOT Show 2023. I got some new products this year. We're very excited to show you guys. This is our biggest SHOT Show so far in terms of product, so let's get started. First up, we have the B&T APC 556. This is our newest Pro-Line AEG, and even though it takes M4 mags, everyone will be happy to know it's not another typical M4. So going from tip to butt for features, we've got a metal upper receiver and a polymer lower receiver, and you're going to have a choice of either a folding stock or a collapsible stock. Internally, the gun is going to have actually some parts, compression parts, that we use in the Evo to increase your range and consistency. It's going to have a computerized MOSFET to give you that nice trigger response, and it's going to have an upgraded motor right out of the box to give you that nice, torquey, same thing, the nice trigger response. Like we said, it takes standard M4 magazines, so anyone with M4 magazines, got no problems with it. Functional bolt catch. The charging handle is actually ambidextrous, and you can lock the bolt back for your nice hop-up adjustments. Pricing and ETA aren't set yet, but we're hoping for later this year, and for about the same price point as you'd find like a typical Pro-Line, half metal, half polymer AEG. Next up, we have, this is probably our most highly anticipated product in years. This is the CZ P10C. We're finally close to bringing this to market, and we're showing it in the US for the first time. I believe we showed a prototype at EWA last year, but that was kind of behind glass. This time, it's actually, you can pick it up, you can mess with it. We're gonna have two versions, a optics ready version, that's gonna have a plate for mounting any RMR spec sights, and then we'll also have a regular version just for anyone who wants to run it slick. Threaded barrels and everything, we're still in the works. We'll have some finalized features as we get closer to launch. But just to cover some things briefly, for anyone familiar with the P10C, it's got a metal slide, polymer lower, and really nice grip texture, mag release right here, ambi slide catch, so it's lefty friendly. Accessory rail, of course. We believe it'll come out of the box with a CO2 mag. Green gas mag options will be finalized at a later date. And one thing I really want to point out about the P10C is we put a lot of work into making the trigger as realistic as possible. So I'm going to ghost the trigger with you guys right here to show you guys just what I mean. So on most airsoft pistols, the trigger is very mushy. When you pull it, it just kind of goes, and there's no break, there's no very nice tactile feedback. Well, on the P10C, I'm going to rack the slide. With the trigger, I'm going to take it up first. Once you take up the slack, you'll actually hit a wall right here before it breaks, and then you're going to need to apply about 2.5 pounds of force before it actually breaks. And then you can rack it, and you have a nice reset right there, nice audible reset. Same thing, nice 2.5 pound break, very realistic. So for the P10C, we did a lot of work into making this as realistic and as nice of a shooting experience as possible. And another nice thing is that actually here, if you open up the slide, you can see that we put the hop-up adjustment right there, right next to the hop-up unit, so now you don't even have to disassemble the pistol in order to access the hop-up adjustment. Right there. Yep. So no pricing yet or release date, but we'll have that in the future. But price range, you can expect it to be about the same ballpark as our other full blowback, fully licensed pistols. Okay, next we have another addition to our full blowback licensed pistol line. This is the Steyr L9-A2. I always call this the cooler Austrian polymer pistol. This is a little bit of it's a little bit of an underdog, kind of a black horse in the airsoft and the real firearms world, but we think that once this hits the market in hopefully May of this year, everyone's gonna love it. This is features wise, it's a fairly standard, it's a metal slide, polymer frame pistol, and this one is going to be CO2 and green gas compatible out of the box. And One thing that's actually really nice on it is we've made this one to be just as customizable as the real Steyr L9-A2. If you see the grip panel here and the back strap, these are actually user replaceable, and out of the box, it'll come with 2 different size side panels and 3 different size back straps. So on this particular model, it's configured for the smallest possible configuration for small hands. So you can see just how narrow it is and how slim the back is. Whereas on this other sample that I have, this is configured in the largest size, so you can see the complete difference right here. And you know, users will be able to mix and match the panels however they want. They can have like a palm swole on one side and flat on the other if they want. They can have the biggest size and a medium or in the smallest size. They can make the back strap. However they want to customize it, this will be really nice for the hands of just really any user. And just like the P10C that I showed earlier, on this one, we also made sure to make the trigger as realistic as possible. So same thing, I'm gonna pull the mag out, I'm gonna rack the slide, and we're gonna ghost the trigger together, all right? So same as the P10, you have an initial take up, right? You hit a wall right about there, that's the wall, and then you apply about 3.5 pounds of force, very clean, crisp break, just like on a real gun. This is no more mushy airsoft triggers. Rack the slide again, let it reset, nice short reset, and then you have another very nice clean break. So this is coming out in May. Actually, retail is going to be $170 or so in the US, and you know, we can't wait for you guys to get your hands on it. When I touched this first time out of the box, I was like, oh, that trigger is amazing. You guys are going to feel the same way when you touch the trigger on this thing. Next up, we got a couple of things from ICS that are new. First up is their ICS ICP. This is their take on a kind of like a competition style Glock. It's a 17 size. It's got the slide cutouts, so you got the weight reduction there. You can see the screws here that it's RMR ready for an RMR pattern red dot optic. The magazine is just your standard TM spec, so it can use anything on the market. And it comes with a mag well, but you can actually remove the mag well to make it a Glock 19 length grip for smaller hands, or if you just want something a little, you know, a little bit shorter. The mag release is actually ambidextrous. You can switch sides on it. And another fun feature on it is actually it's full auto capable. It's got a giggle switch right there. You just toggle it, and the pistol will be able to go full auto or back to semi-auto. And then lastly, one of my favorite features, because I shoot real Glocks and or I own a real Glock, and I always run into this issue with the real ones, is ICS actually added this really nice little thumb shelf here. So if you have it in a nice high grip, your thumb is not going to accidentally budge the slide catch and cause you know, the slide to lock back or the slide to not lock back. Once you have it tucked in with a high grip, you're not going to be touching that slide release until you actually want to, and you know, you're not going to cause any problems. Oh, and also it's got little cocking wings here on the side just to help you with the manipulation of the gun, as well as the serrations if you want to cock it normally. So no solid release date or pricing yet on this, but we're expecting it hopefully later this year. And price point will be in the same ballpark range as ICS's other full blowback pistols. All right. And then next we have something a little bit bigger. This is the Dagger, their Lightway Dagger. This is ICS's premium sport line AEG. It's a nice little stubby AEG, so it's great for both indoors and outdoors. Comes with everything you see on it. And this is actually already available in the US market. Internally, it has pre-upgraded parts, as well as a computerized MOSFET, so you get the nice trigger response. And then this actually also has ICS's brand new Ergo storage stock. Big battery compartment that you can store up here or down here. You just pop out this cotter pin, pop out the butt plate, and then you can put a nice big battery in here. Internally, otherwise, it's the same ICS features that you know and love, with the split gearbox and the quick change spring. So, you know, great for beginners or even, you know, your seasoned players looking for something a little bit different. So yeah, this has been Bob at SHOT Show 2023 at the Action Sport Games booth with Airsoft.nu.